Howdy. Hey. Hello. You guys, it is 2023 and it's only been 2 weeks and it feels like I've been away for a month. So we are coming back in strong and ready. And what better way to start off the year than with one ginger fajita?
Wow, so kind. What can I say?
She's back, you guys. I did an episode back with Ginger a couple months ago, episode number 7, Little Sister Big Dreams. You guys loved it. She is one of my top 5 episodes, and it's obvious why. If you haven't listened, be sure to go listen to it. It dives into a lot about our lives growing up, but specifically hers. But I wanted to have her come back today because since it is the beginning of the year, we're obviously all about the goals that we have now set. Ginger is a very inspiring person, and I'm not just saying that. I really mean it. And I knew I wanted her to do this episode even back when we were doing her other episode about goals, about how she made a specific goal and how she truly has changed her life and inspired so many people around her, especially her family, especially me. Oh. So yeah, that's why you're here.
I'm very excited to do this episode. I'm like really passionate about this subject, and you get me talking about it, I could probably chat for 5 hours, but I'm going to try to keep it short and condensed.
See.
But
I mean, that's the thing. I know we're going to shoot for an hour.
Shoot.
Okay, it's going to be.
Do it. We need to. We're talkers.
Gonna do. Yes, we're going to calm it down. We're just here to talk about the point. Before we do, of course, we're back with some munchies. Yeah. And Ginger got to pick it today.
It's another cold, frozen type. That's always my go-to. It's a Jamba Juice Strawberries Wild smoothie.
You don't have anything but smoothies that are strawberry and banana.
I've drank the smoothie since I was 5 years old, I think. I don't venture out.
She's a creature of habit.
No,
which is great for this episode.
If I go to McDonald's, I'm getting a chicken nugget meal from when I was a kid. When I go to Subway, I get the same sandwich
that our mom would make us.
I don't change. I don't like that. Which is funny because we're talking about how to change today. But no, old habits die hard at times. Yes.
So, okay, let's go right into it. So I've got a cute little timeline here that we're going to be going through. Just a quick intro. Like I said, we're not going to dive too much into Ginger's life. We already did that. Be sure to go check out that episode. Episode 7, Little Sister, Big Dreams. But let's start up your goal. So obviously we're talking about goals, and everything that Ginger talks about today, it's going to pertain to, in this case,
weight loss.
But everything that she talks about, we've realized it can go into whatever goal.
If I was to change or want to create any new habit, I would follow this exact thing that I did.
Right.
But just in this scenario, weight loss for me was like my major event. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going to be basing this off of today. And I think a lot of people relate to that. They want weight loss. They don't know how to do it, but please know, like, anything you're wanting to create for your life, listen to this episode, take what you can from it. But I really want for this to work for anything you're wanting to change in your life.
And we know, I mean, weight loss was probably the easiest thing because if you've been to the gym this first week of January, you know it's kind of on everyone's radar.
New year, new me.
Yeah. And it's great. And we love you all there. And we want you to stay there past next week. So
please
keep it up. Okay. So Ginger, weight loss.
Yes.
Where did you end up starting? Let's talk. We said it was probably around high school that you really noticed what you were eating, but take us through what was your lifestyle?
Yeah. So growing up, I was always kind of the small one. Not like ridiculously small, but everyone else in my family always talked about weight loss, being bigger clothing sizes. Like, we always just ate desserts. We always I don't know why. Fitness and nutrition was something we always talked about. But with me being the smaller one, I got shut down a lot if I talked about it because everyone would be like, Ginger, shut up. You're good. You look great.
You were stick skinny.
And so there came a point I didn't care anymore because I was like, all right, yeah, I can eat whatever I want.
You had the fastest metabolism. It was insane. You would eat the same things
Yeah.
we were, or even like venture off into crazy other territory and nothing would happen.
No.
I mean, you were a kid, and most of the time that's what it is.
And
like,
I didn't
we're
do
kids.
sports or anything.
No.
I was not active in any way. But I don't know, just something always happened. I hate being that person. Like, I was just blessed. It's genetics. Because no, like my family was not genetically like that, but I don't
That's
know.
why we'd always say you were adopted. It was
Adopted.
somehow to make us feel better.
Self.
But
I'm
yes,
like-
it was very much portrayed like you were smaller.
You guys were in
smallest.
high school and you were like size 10 and you guys were having meltdowns over it. And I was even like, I don't see it, why they're caring that much. Because I never looked at you guys like that.
In high school, take us through, because that's when you said, I mean, you're going out for lunch now. You're not staying at school for school lunches. What would you go get?
We would go out every day. Me and my friend Aubriana, we would probably eat Arby's every day. That was our go-to.
That sounds so good right
I
now.
get mozzarella sticks.
That
and
doesn't sound good. I want the roast
bacon and
beef.
cheese ranch fries every day. Loved this meal. Again, I am someone that doesn't change with it. And then we'd go to McDonald's because that was right there.
You started working retail in high school, so you were on your feet a lot.
I was on my feet. I just felt like overall, I definitely knew I was not the skinniest. There were girls that were far skinnier than me at that time. But I also didn't ever feel big. The reason this is such a big point is because my lifestyle, the way that I thought of nutrition and health, there was no thought about it. It was just, okay, I can do whatever I want. I move out. And I kind of knew freshman 15 was a thing that it didn't ever scare me. I don't know. I think I've always just had this mindset like it's normal. So I think I gained about 10 pounds. Still wasn't too scared about it. I still looked good. I was like, all right, we're fine. It wasn't until I got on birth control for my acne that it started to go up right away. I think I hit about the 15 to 20 pound mark, gain weight, and had a meltdown over it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening to me. Like, I'm finally
here.
not going to just get away with whatever I want. So I grab a journal and I write down, you're eating 1,200 calories.
Oh my
and I wrote down like how much calories lettuce had in it. I remember writing down like specific. I ate like a taco salad every day. I meal prepped it. That was all I could cook because I had never cooked in my life. I forbid snacks. I was never allowed to eat it. I would just starve in between meals. And I think I dropped 15 pounds in like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And so I was like, good, we're great.
We're back where
We're
we need to be.
good.
And then you get married.
Yeah. Even when I got married, William and I still didn't eat necessarily that well, but I was still keeping it tight.
When did it hit?
2020. That's my dark voice. Every time I tell that, they're like, oh, 2020 hit us hard.
Everyone.
And I'm like, it hit me hard. Because everyone had probably gained the 15 pounds that you would normally gain. In
Right,
that type
because you're
of
stuck in the
scenario.
house. You're not doing anything.
Well, let's just say I gained a little bit more. About 50 pounds in 1 year, but even felt like less than that.
Yeah.
It was growing rapidly. I was bending over to put socks on. I was out of breath
I remember
putting
you telling
socks
me
on. That was such like a, oh no, kind of moment for me. I would just be fatigued really quickly. Also, mind you, I had just transitioned to working from home.
Oh, yeah.
I was just starting
gosh,
my own lash business in 2020. I started January. And that was, again, a huge lifestyle shift because I had worked retail for so long. And obviously that is a huge shift. And I did nothing. Then the pandemic came. I didn't go to a gym. I was like, nah. Here's the thing again. And I'm kind of jump all over the place. The gym for me was something I'd always tried to do my whole life.
Because you and Will would go when you guys were dating.
I would go. I feel like this is how a lot of people are. You get a week, so you're motivated. You're like, I'm going to go to the gym. You go every day for the week. You're like, I feel good. And then all of a sudden, you just kind of stop one day. And then next thing you know, it's 3 months later. And you're like, I haven't gone to the gym in 3 months.
It wasn't on your top priority.
That's what happened. So again, though, I was working retail and that always allowed me to get away with it. But then when I stopped because of the pandemic, just being active in general, the only thing I was being active on was taking my dog out. We had just gotten him. And even that, we would take him to the dog park and I would just sit and watch him. I didn't do anything. Anyway, so on top of it, I'm eating more than I'd ever eaten in my life. But it was weird. I was still probably eating the way I did in high school. Mm-hmm. But because I'm on birth control at this time, I'm stressed to the max. Me and William were experiencing so many problems during this time. So I just wasn't happy. Mm-hmm. It all factored into just me gaining 50 pounds in a year. Yeah. So let's come to the happy moment. 2021, I'd really been feeling down. It was just, I feel overwhelmed. I don't like how I look. But I didn't know what to do. I don't know how to start. My whole family talked about it my whole life. But this was the first time I was like, oh my gosh, I never listened to anybody. I don't know what I'm doing. 2021, my husband, he went to Brazil. That's where he's from. I didn't go because the pandemic was still pretty scary at this time. And if we got stuck there, we would have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Right. And we were already going for 2 weeks. So I was like, I'll be out of a job because I did lashes. Mm-hmm. So I decided not to go. It just seemed the safer way. He hadn't seen his family. I was like, you go. Yeah. I'll stay back. I used this time to kind of be like, all right, I got nothing to lose. Let's try to lose some weight. And I went to the gym every day. I tried to only eat when I was hungry. Mm-hmm. I tried to limit eating out. In 2 weeks, I lost 7 pounds and I was shocked. I was like, wow, like out of that 50, I'm so excited. My husband got home. I was really excited to tell him. He was super supportive of me. I remember I had him buy me some leggings in Brazil because they were cheap. And I was like, oh, get me medium. Oh, gosh. Even though I'm like plus size at this point. I was like, get me medium. I'm feeling skinny. I try them on. They do not fit. So that was a very sad, sad moment. He gets home and we go to dinner. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing about me, quality time is my love language. And I used food as a way to get quality time. Mm-hmm. I was like, let's go out to eat. We're going to spend time together. Mm-hmm. Let's go get ice cream. That's a way to spend time together. I always used going out to eat as my way of getting that quality time with my husband. Mm-hmm. Which is really like self-sabotaging because we never chose healthy places. We would go as big as we could. Wasn't like any small portions whatsoever. Anyway, in 1 month, I gained 15 pounds. Lost the 7, gained it right back and doubled it. That was the moment I hit my breaking point. Mm-hmm. And this is so crucial because I will say with any habit you want to do, I've always said it's so sad. You have to hit a breaking point. Yep. Because it's not going to be serious for you until that. But that 15 pounds I gained, I was weighing 229. That's my highest weight. Mind you, when I was in high school. And how tall are you? Oh, 5'9". Mm-hmm. When I was in high school, I weighed about 145. So literally almost like 100 pounds in like 4 years. It was just a lot. Anyway, I realized in that moment when I gained 15 pounds that, holy crap, I'm first off using quality time with my husband to gain weight. That's sad. Those should not even be together. Mm-hmm. 2, it felt like I just wasn't caring. It was just back to that high school mentality of, I'm not even going to think about what I'm eating. It's just going to not show on me. But that wasn't happening anymore. It was showing fully. I would take a bite and felt like I gained a pound. That's how I felt like. There it is. Anyway, at this point, I was scrolling through TikTok. I loved weight loss transformations. That we all do. Always but TikTok one specifically. Mm-hmm. I'm like, when I watch their journey, I'm like, I love you. I just love it. Anyway, someone posted they did 75 hard. Now, I had actually heard of 75 hard a year prior from my oldest sister, Kayla.
Which is so funny.
She brought it up to me. She was like,
I've never heard about it until you started talking about it.
She told me that there was this podcast she listened to. She's like, yeah, this guy created this challenge, 75 days straight, 2 workouts a day. One has to be outside, but both workouts are 45 minutes. You have to follow a diet. clean eating, no cheat meals, no sugar, no alcohol, nothing.
Water.
You have to drink a gallon of water, then take a progress picture every day, and then read 10 pages of a nonfiction book.
Mm-hmm.
When she first told me that, I was like, that's insane. Like, who's doing that? So, like, I was like, yeah, no. And Kayla, I remember, told me she was going to try it. I don't think, obviously she never finished, but I'm like, I don't know how far she got, but I remember this because I was doing her lashes when she told me. Anyway, so I'm on TikTok. Someone says they did 75 hard, and I had heard of it. So I'm looking at this girl, and I think she was on day 74. Like, she was almost done. And I'm like, wow, I know that challenge is hard.
Mm-hmm.
What? I can't believe she did it. And part of me, it was literally the week I just realized I gained 15 pounds. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I was like, all right. I just had no fear. I was like, let's just do it. I have nothing to lose. I have everything to lose weight-wise, but nothing to lose if I fail. So I go to my husband. I'm like, hey, tomorrow I'm starting this challenge, by the way.
And that's seriously, side note, I mean, I don't know if this has now become your mantra, but that, like, you've always, since this moment right here, you have now said, don't
think about it.
Don't think about it and just start. Like, it's almost, and I think that's with anything. Like, don't wait till the Monday.
No.
Don't.
This was already on a Monday.
So you started on Tuesday.
It was not Monday. And my husband always says he will only start things on Monday. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go to him. I'm like, I'm starting this. He looks at me and he laughs. He's like, what do you mean? You're going to do this? And I'm like, no, I will. He's like, Ginger, I love you, but that's a lot. And I was like, I don't care. I got this. And then it became like a fire inside me, like, no, I'm going to prove to you I can do this. A fat girl is going to do this thing. And I was like, all right. So I listened to his podcast. His podcast is called Live Hard. It's by Andy Frisella. Mm-hmm. I think...
Because he has a podcast, but there's the one episode specific.
I think it's episode 14. It's like way early on. But anyway, just look up 75 Hard. It's a really good podcast. There are some swear words. So if you are sensitive to that, please know. But it's really motivating.
Right.
Anyway, I started it and I was doing really good for the first week. I was feeling hot. I was like, I got this. And then day 8 hits. Day 8 is my infamous day. It was a Sunday. Mm-hmm. Why does that feel off? No, it's day 6, or I think that's day 6. Yeah, because 7 would have been Monday. Okay, then no, not day 8.
7 be Tuesday.
Okay, you know what?
Whatever day 6 was.
The Sunday after my Tuesday. Okay, I remember that. Sundays were my day that I ate out the most, that I did nothing because I wanted to rest that day, and my husband was home the whole day. Quality time, that was my thing. I did my first workout in the morning outside, and then it was getting the end of the day. We went to
What time of year is this when you started it?
April.
Okay, so it's not terrible.
No, it wasn't freezing. We go to his aunt's for dinner, come home. It's 8 o'clock at night. I haven't done my second workout.
Ugh.
And it's a Sunday night. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I sat on the couch crying for an hour. Wasted an hour just crying. And my husband's like, what is happening? And I'm like, I have to do this, but I don't want to. And I was like, there was no option in my head to quit, but I literally physically felt like I could not get myself up to go. And we have an apartment gym.
I was gonna say it's an indoor workout at this point.
Yeah. And we have an apartment gym. It's a 2-minute walk from my apartment, but it could not happen. But I just had this little thing in the back of my head, like, you cannot fail yourself one more time. You've done it. You just gained 15 pounds. If you don't do this, you're telling yourself it's over. You're just going to gain weight the rest of your life. You're going to be obese. So I remember getting up, and also I begged him to come with me. I begged him. I was like, please just come spend quality time. He's like, no, it's a Sunday night. I don't want to work out. And I'm like, oh my gosh. As sad as that sounds, I thank him so much for not doing that, because I needed to let go of that quality time, because that was something I was sabotaging everything for.
Well, and I mean, talk about it just in anything with a habit. Like, how many times do we want to have someone else to lean on as a crutch when it's like, you have to do this yourself?
How many times do you're like, I need you to hold me accountable? Like, it's like, it was the one moment I had to do it myself. Yes. So I walk to the gym. I'm outside. I'm crying walking to the gym. I'm like, I hate this. I get in there. I'm the only one there, thank heavens. And my gym, I realized, had a full around Bluetooth system. And I was like,
I remember
oh,
this
I can
night
kind of turn
now.
on my music. I was like, all right, let's just try it. I ended up doing a full dance workout to my own music. It was the best workout I had ever had at this moment. I was happy. I think I have 10 videos from that of myself. I was so happy. I was shocked leaving the gym that night because it was a moment like I was in such sorrow before going. And I ended on this high of like, I just proved to myself I did that.
Right.
I get home. I was like, guess what I just did? And he's like, what is happening? You were just a wreck before. That was the moment to me. I was like, I can do this. That I think was the hardest day for me. Now that day could be anything. My mom always says day 3 is the infamous bad day. My day 3 was fine. But this could be day 32 or for some people, you know? But that was the day for me that it was hard. And I stuck through it. There were a few other hard days I got.
Your birthday, let alone, was during this. And I remember.
My birthday was day 2.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why did I remember it was later? Okay, well, all I remember, were we in
We
Newport?
celebrated it later.
Why do I feel like I remember
We did
this
do
point?
Newport too.
You were, yeah. So at that point, were you almost finished?
Yeah, I had a week left.
Okay, that's why I think I remember it, because that's all of our family. That's our extended family. These are people
the habits we learned.
Yes. And they, I mean, this is not shouting out anyone. I can say I'm right there with them. It was, I would watch you though, and I was cheering you on, like, don't lose this. And for the most part, all of us didn't want you to, because you were inspiring so many of us.
Everyone was really nice, but it was the first night in Newport.
Yes.
Mind you, so this is our annual family trip. It's in California. That's the time
The good
everyone's like,
times.
I'm going to relax. I'm going to eat what I want.
Yes.
And I knew I couldn't. Anyway, first night, Grandma gets our famous Costco pizza. That was always a tradition. I don't know if you've had a Costco pizza, but the oil that comes off that thing, you're like, Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of protein, but still, at this point, I had to eat clean.
Yeah.
I look at my husband and I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't have food.
There wasn't really another option.
There were carrots.
Oh.
So I'm eating carrots as everyone is. And I'm like, first off, I look sad. I don't want to be that person that looks like I'm better than everyone because I'm not eating your pizza. It was not that.
Definitely not.
I wanted the pizza.
Yes.
But I was like, I know carrots aren't going to get me by tonight.
Yeah.
And luckily at this point, is towards the end of 75 Hard, my husband was, same thing, rooting for me and all that. I remember he grabbed me. He's like, let's go get you a smoothie. Let's just go. And I was like,
in California, you can find some good juice bars there, so you're good.
And that was the best thing. It got me out of there. It got me away from it. I mean, I still kind of sat with everyone, but I left. Anyway, I did my workouts. I would go to the gym in the morning, then I'd go on a walk outside. It was actually the most beautiful trip. Anyway, so I finished 75 Hard, which was insane for me at this point. I had lost 23 pounds, I think, in that 2.5 months, which again, for a girl that gained 50 in 1 year, I'm like, holy moly, that was just exciting. But here's where the real challenge comes, the aftermath.
Day 76.
What are you going to do now that it's done, when the goal is completed? And I think this is, again, back to any habit that you want to do. If you hit that just basic goal, then what? That's always the question. So I think I ate relatively bad, but like still moderate. It was like I didn't know what to do. I
remember you would tell me, like, you had that fear, like, oh shoot, oh no.
Yes.
Like, I ate this and I'm gonna gain it all back. Like, you definitely had that in your head.
Yes. I think I ended up gaining like 8 pounds. And some people are like, oh, it was just water weight you lost, that was it. And I was like, no, it was genuine weight I had lost. But I just went back to kind of eating bad. And I ended up gaining like 8. That really scared me. I didn't start 75 Hard again, but I would kind of just do it in shifts. I would be like, okay, I'm going to try to do it a little bit and then not. And so it would kind of be up and down.
I was going to ask, like, people have asked you, like, would you recommend it now?
Yes, but for a different reason. Now, I wouldn't recommend 75 Hard to lose weight. One, I recommend it because it's the ultimate mental toughness challenge.
Which is what he says. Like, that's what he talks about.
This is not for weight loss. It's to prove to yourself, like, when push comes to shove, I can do the hard thing. It's that Sunday night, I don't want to go to the gym, and you push through. That is critical to any habit that you want in your life, because you can justify everything. I believe your mind is your biggest manipulator. You have people in your life that are going to manipulate you all day, but your mind knows what to tell you to get you not to do something. It's the devil in your head. But for me, 75 hard, my thing I was struggling with was health and nutrition. I just could never get a habit on it. That's why it was such a beautiful challenge for me, because it really tested those things for me. But on top of that, I had to read every day. I hadn't read a book since high school. And I read like 5 books, I think, during that time, which was revolutionary for me. And I had learned so much during that time. And that's a habit I still love to this day. Or drinking a gallon of water. Like, I carry my hydro jug with me everywhere. Normally, I'll only drink about one of them, which is half a gallon. But I'm trying to get right now back up to the full gallon. But ultimately, I think 75 hard, if you're wanting to lose weight, if you've felt like you've tried everything, you're like, I just can't lose weight, I would look at your habits. I would look at your routines, because if you're not having a solid routine in there, I believe that's what's causing it. Also, my diet I chose, because that's another thing, I chose calorie counting, which calorie counting, you can get away with eating some stuff that you shouldn't be. But I got to the point I was so religiously tracking, I was tracking my olive oil, like, because that is so high in calories.
Which we should also say, he tells you in the podcast, like, don't do that if you can't. Like, don't do calorie counting and macros.
Do calorie.
But he doesn't give you like a caveat at the end, like if you have to.
Yeah, he says it has to be clean. And I found little loopholes here and there, and I think
that's probably why he said it. Yeah,
I think I could have lost more if I really just stuck to what he said. But I ultimately did. It was just like I said, little.
You
loopholes.
really did.
Anyway, fast forward, I did 75 hard again this last year. I lost 15 pounds this round. And then I don't know why, those habits, they stuck a little bit better the second time around. I kept going. I kept not necessarily tracking as religiously, but I kept trying to go to the gym, trying to be healthy in my proportions. And then come September last year, I lost 50 pounds officially. I had lost what I had gained. And it was amazing. Probably the best feeling I've ever felt. But then again, what happens once you hit that goal?
This is kind of what, this is why we wanted to bring it together. I want to kind of pinpoint, because this is where you are now.
This is where I'm at.
First things first, I thought it was really cool how you said, like, you had this initial goal with 75 hard was weight loss, but it ended up opening a new goal in your eyes, which was your nutrition. You've learned so much more about nutrition. I think that's a great thing, is sometimes we might not have the idea of what the goal is, but just stick with it, because more times than not, you're going to find, oh, this is the real reason I need to figure this out. But so where you are now, I want to talk about what is it now that, because it's like, okay, you're not just going to keep doing 75 hard your whole life. That's not the point for weight loss. So what is it now that's helping you continue to stay on track? I mean, losing 50 pounds is a good indicator, like, we're going to try to keep this off.
Yes.
But what do you do now? If there are people out there who maybe don't necessarily want to do 75 hard, who can keep the habits, what habits would you suggest then? Routines.
So 75 hard really taught me, or I don't know, it ingrained in me the fitness part. I'm really good at going to the gym now. I was never good at sticking to it. I was never one to go religiously. I never thought of myself as a gym rat, ever. But since the first time of doing 75 hard, I've stuck to going to the gym. I've found a joy in it.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Shy girl. That's how I feel I am.
Okay.
When you first started going to the gym, as many of us do, we're at that first point. It's like, I am the shy girl or guy.
Yeah.
How did you get over that?
I hate this because it's that cliche, but the fake it till you make it. The first probably 2 weeks, I stayed on the grass area.
That's where I'm at
in
right
the
now.
corner.
That's me.
I was like,
Shoot.
okay. No, I did. I have so many videos of me on the grass. I didn't really go in the weight area. Luckily, Vasa, they always have like dumbbells in the grass area. So I didn't really have to venture out because I couldn't lift heavy.
Right.
It was the days I felt the most confident in myself, I would venture out. But I don't know what happened in me. I was so fascinated with sharing my journey on Instagram that it pushed me out of my comfort zone because I wanted to take videos to show people what I was doing. I wanted to show them that this big girl that was once skinny is doing it. You know, I had no excuse. And again, this podcast, Andy Frisella, he's very big about like no excuses, just do it. So I think I had this ego of like, I can take up space. That's right. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to be mad that I'm working out? Like, I'm working out. I'm here. But there were days I couldn't always do it. But I started videoing myself, and those really boosted my confidence because I would always watch the videos back and correct my form. I would show them to friends I had at the gym and be like, hey, look at this. And they would always tell me how to correct my form. And it was really annoying, but it was okay. It's annoying in the process, but I'm so thankful because I'm such a form trying to be Nazi right now.
Yeah.
But, I would say though, fake it till you make it, get those playlists that make you feel so confident. And then there were other days I probably literally looked up self-conscious workout playlists. Like I would look up things like that because I would look up sad girl workout playlists. Like whatever you're feeling, I wanted to feel that.
That was another thing you talked about that you loved and you've continued on, the before photos videos, like how that has helped you so much. And I think that can be with anything, is documenting wherever you are and whatever goal you're doing. I
was just showing this to my hairstylist the other day because I was showing her my before photos. I document all my before photos in MyFitnessPal. Now, MyFitnessPal doesn't save your photos to your camera roll or anything. It's in the app. And you have to go to the weight section, add your weight. That's where you add the photo. I can scroll through all my photos from 2 years ago. And again, 75 hard, you have to do these day by day. That, again, I built that habit of doing it. That now it's probably like once a week I would try to do it. But I've gotten more confident in the gym and everything. I take my photos at the gym every day, and I'm sure people get annoyed of it, but it's for me. I always felt so good when I shared my thing because I think someone that's struggling in that atmosphere, I loved watching workout transformations. So I felt I was going to share those for people too. Because I was like, if I love to watch them, why wouldn't I share mine?
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. Like I've gotten a lot of people to be like, thank you for inspiring me. Like, thank you for showing this. And I was really candid that first year with it. But ultimately, let's bring it back. Let's get away from 75 hard, because I think habits with anything, what 75 hard, I guess, coming back, taught me was the self-discipline. I think that is the core to any habit. And I never had it before doing this challenge. But now doing the challenge, I can recognize when I'm being weak, when I'm being, making excuses for myself, justifying bad behaviors. But now, like, for instance, I used to do my workouts always at night. I wanted to change the habit. I wanted to go in the morning.
I love that new habit of yours.
I know. So I set my alarm for 5 a.m. every day. I don't normally get out of bed till about 5:45 though, but that's just because I know myself.
Yes.
6 a.m. is my cutoff, like get up kind of thing. I've had mornings I don't want to get up. I'm like, no, not today. But it's so funny. Now my brain tells me, no, get out of bed. Like, you're better than that. Like, it's me.
Which is the comment that Ginger, that's what I associate with. If I could give Ginger a quote, it's, you're better than that.
Yeah.
Because she will tell you that in many instances. If you ever need a kick in the pants.
I tell my dogs all the time.
You do tell your dogs
like,
that.
You're better than this. But I always I'm kind of like that sergeant in my head, which I'm so grateful it transitioned into that. Because anytime I'm like, I just don't want to get up, I start whining, I start justifying. I'm like, no, get out of bed right now.
Yeah.
And I've loved that because it's made my life brighter. It's made my life more successful. It's made me just overall more happy. When I pinpoint things attitudes I had when I had gained all my weight. I was really depressed. I was really tired. I was really stressed, mad. I just didn't feel good. And I can't even ever imagine going back to that because I just know how sad it felt. And now I look at photos in a weird way. I'm like, I still feel every ounce of that girl. I know it. I lived it. But then there's this other part of me and I'm like, I can't believe that I was that girl. That's a shock to me because I don't even relate there anymore. But what I was so proud of myself for is I did it 100% by myself. Yeah. I didn't have that accountability partner. My husband ordered a full-blown pizza to our house and ate it all in front of me like a mean man. And I was like, how dare you? But he wasn't dieting. Yeah. And I wasn't going to tell him he couldn't eat a pizza because I was like, that's so not the point of this challenge.
Right.
The point of this challenge is I'm going to discipline myself and I'm going to tell myself, you don't need that.
You're better than this.
You're better than this. Even last night, we went out to dinner for my husband's birthday and we went to Cubby's. That's like my healthier
that's a good
option.
place.
He gets a hamburger. I get these street tacos. And he orders blue cheese fries with like sauce all over it and all this stuff. And I was like, why'd you order that? Because I normally share with him. And he's like, well, I just figured. And I was like, no, I'm not going to eat any. He's like, oh, well, more for me. And he eats them all in front of me. And I was so proud of myself last night because I, in a weird way, I could have had a fry, but I didn't feel the desire to do it because I was just like, no, new year, new me. Yeah. And that's the beauty of a new year too. Yes. You are just more motivated.
Yes. Wow.
To bring it back to now I want to like tell you all like what, if I was to talk to myself.
I was going to say.
And that's say 75 hard didn't exist, or I would never tell myself about 75 hard kind of thing. I think what I'd want to tell people is, just like I said, self-discipline. You have to get to that point that you're that army sergeant with yourself and you're going to just kick yourself in a high gear. That's why I think those boot camps work. I've never done it, but I think when someone's yelling at you, I'm sure that works. I would say celebrate small wins.
Yes.
Completely. That's top. I probably should have said that first because there were so many times when you're looking at before photos every day, you're looking at the smallest change. You're like, oh my gosh, my finger looks smaller.
Right.
Like,
I see a little indent on the stomach area.
And celebrate that. Like be like, I did that. I saw something. One of my biggest, smallest wins was, speaking of fingers, my wedding ring.
Oh yeah.
I had to take my wedding ring off in 2020 because I gained too much weight. The ring I got when I was 19 didn't fit anymore when I was 21. Yeah. I was like, oh, this doesn't fit. I put it away in my sink. I think 8 months I couldn't wear it. I think it was towards the end of 75 hard the first time I was able to put it back on. And now it's back to that like somewhat loose that it was when I got married. That's a huge win for me because I was not about to get rid of my wedding ring. No. I was like, no, that's precious. I can't do that. Other little wins, when I could put socks on and it didn't hurt anymore. I was like, oh my, that feels good. Another one, on my belt, I had to create a belt loop because it got too tight on me. So I had like one at the very end. I still use this belt every day. And I'm now 4 notches.
Wow.
Like tighter than that little notch that I made. So I'm like, there's those small wins. And I'm like, holy moly. If I didn't recognize those, this would be such a sad time.
What are the best ways to celebrate it? Like in this case, weight loss, how would you celebrate it then? Because before, probably would have gone and got froyo.
I didn't even, I would always tell myself, I deserve this. I can eat what I want. I don't know. I would tell my family, you were one of those people. I'd always tell. Mom was one of those people I always told. And my husband.
I'd like to say we were good cheerleaders.
You were, for sure. I never felt intimidated in telling you guys any of my successes, which I think is why they say surround yourself with people that support you. Because again, I think I still would have been okay if I would have been by myself. But it was just that cherry on top when I was like, yay, someone can see that I'm excited too. Yeah. Again, Instagram was huge for me to share my progress. Now, am I an influencer? Heck no. Not even close. But it was people I didn't even realize were watching me because I just post on my story. Yeah. Which is a shock because I'm like, I haven't even talked to you. I think I talked to you once my entire life. And you've been watching me and you've been inspired by me. You started working out because of me. Yeah. Like, maybe I am an influencer. But yeah, I just really celebrated it with praise. I would take a million pictures that day because I felt so good. I would wear the cutest like pants I had with the new belt. Like when I had it, I just would try to do something to match what I was feeling. There were times though I would say, oh, I'm going to buy a new book. Yeah. Like when I hit this. Yeah. But I never had specific weight loss goals. I think that's what also changed in my brain. Yes, I always wanted to lose 50, but I didn't go into 75 hard thinking I will lose 50 pounds this time around. And I'm grateful I didn't, because if I would have set myself up for an unrealistic expectation, I think that's where a lot of people fall as well. They expect, I had one girl, she told me she was going to lose 20 pounds in 1 month. I wasn't going to knock her down. I wasn't going to be like, yeah, right, you know? But in my head, I was like, that's just not realistic for yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure. 2, you're going to be devastated when you don't hit that. And then you're going to gain 5 pounds because of it.
It's a very vicious cycle.
Because it did happen to me. I lost 7 pounds and gained 15. I know how it works. And every time I'd see her, she would tell me like, I've only lost 1 pound. Like, we're not there yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, but you lost 1 pound. Yeah. 1 pound.
What did you tell me the other day? How you said with visuals, you almost need to get very, very good at that. Is you need to see something that's actually 1 pound. Or if you lose 5 pounds, I need to see 5 pounds.
My aunt, when I lost 50 pounds, my Aunt Jen, she said, our Aunt Jen, I should say, she texted me and she's like, you need to go look at some dog food. Go look at a bag of dog food that's 50 pounds and visualize you lost that. And I was
that is so smart.
Yeah. 50 pounds is heavy. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. A pound of like fat is, I mean, Britt was showing me kind of in size proportion, but it really is. And so we're here. We're wrapping it up. We're doing good, actually.
I hope.
So biggest things that I'm already just taking away off the top of my heads, anything in real is, oh my gosh, relating to a goal. You got to hit the breaking point, or just know like whenever it is, it has to come with a form of discipline.
Let me go into this because I did want to bring this up. There's a book I'm reading, very big, Atomic Habits.
Oh, yes.
I'm making McKenna read it. I'm reading it for a second time. I already have read it, but it's so good, even the first chapter. But he talks about, to build a habit, you have to improve 1%. Every day. If you improve 1%, I can't even do the math equation because it's like to the square root of like all this stuff. But it says ultimately you'll like increase 37% over the year. But if you decrease 1% every day, it like you lose far more and like you'll drop to 0 by the end of the year. You won't have any version of that skill left. So that's why it's so important to constantly make the effort to try every day. And I appreciate myself when I lost weight because I didn't go in with an unrealistic expectation. Just like I said at the beginning, when I graduated and I knew the freshman 15 was a thing, I was aware of that. I knew it. It wasn't a shock to me when I had gained 10 pounds. I was like, all right, I know this is a part of the journey. Same thing. When I lost weight, when I gained 2 pounds overnight, I didn't ever think twice about it because I got to a point where I knew that's going to happen. My weight's going to fluctuate. Plus, I watched this TikToker. His name's Jared. I can't think of his username. But he said, if you're going to weigh yourself every day, you need to either view it as a metric, take all emotion out of it, because you're not going to get an accurate reading if you only weigh yourself once a week. Because your body just fluctuates too often. But if you use it as just a tool of measurement, you're not going to be attached to it. If you gain 5 pounds one day, you're just going to say, okay, I'll try to be better today. Or you don't weigh yourself at all. You're either one or the other. You have to be black and white about that kind of thing, because there's too many things that could happen. You didn't get enough sleep the night before. You drank too much water the night before. You didn't use the restroom. You were stressed the day before. You ate something really salty the night before. These are just so many things I've learned. I'm like, okay, that's why I gained a little weight. So I'm someone, I weigh myself every day. And I've had people tell me, you're crazy. I could never do that. Even my mom just said she had to stop weighing herself every day. And I said, I get it. Like, if you are not there and you're getting attached to it and you're crying yourself, like after you saw you gained 5 ounces, please do not weigh yourself. But with my I don't know. I always just viewed it as just a metric, and it's been such a valuable tool for me that, again, I got a lot more realistic about it, and I've taken that emotion out of the weight loss journey, which I think, again, a lot of women, we struggle with. We get so attached to that number. Also, have you ever looked at someone at Lagoon? You remember when they had a game where they had to guess your weight?
Yes.
My mom loved that game. She's like, I look skinnier than I actually am. I know she loved that. I would always be like, Mom, go play for me so I can
win. So you can win the tie.
Yes.
The ties.
But you ever look at someone and then they tell you their weight and you're like, you don't look like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I also got in my head. Like, what I weigh, I know I don't look like, because also I'm taller, you know?
Yeah, 5'9", look out.
I know. Kind of 6 foot over here. Anyway, I know right out of right now, I'm 177.
Right.
And I remember I had this girl that was kind of a gym friend. We were talking about weight, and her husband was like, guess how much my wife weighs right now.
Wow.
I mean, it was kind of due to the conversation. And I was like on my weight loss journey at this point. I'm like, I don't know, like 150. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. He's like, she's 170. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, that's cool. And he's like, but that's just to show you she can weigh more, but she looks really good for that weight. So again, I kind of didn't get attached to the number anymore. And I remember thinking to myself, I hope one day when I'm in the 170s, somebody doesn't think that I'm 170. And I was talking to my hairdresser the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm 177. She's like, really? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, that's like my weight right now. And I feel like I look way bigger than you. And I'm like, okay, there's a lot that goes into that. Mm-hmm. It is not that case. Plus, I don't know. There's just a lot that could go into it. But that was a small win for me, because I was like, oh my gosh, I thought that at one point. I wanted to be that girl.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to weigh 170 and no one knows that I'm 170, you know? Anyway, I did it. I'm proud.
Okay, this was really good. I mean, obviously for weight loss, I think it is huge.
It's my main thing, but if I was to do a habit, I'd be disciplined with myself. I'd be consistent with myself.
That's a big one.
I'd improve 1% every day. I would celebrate my small wins.
Yeah.
And then once you hit that goal, it's about maintaining then. And it's about recognizing behaviors that are slacking you off to get you back to where you used to be. It's recognizing, oh, I need to not do that. You become a lot more aware of your old habits when you start to get the maintaining part again. But I think that would go for anything. If I was wanting to start reading again, which I am, but I'm saying I would like, okay, I'm going to read 5 pages every day this week. Then I'm going to read 10 pages every day.
Yeah. Wow.
Then I'm going to read 1 chapter every day. Once I finish that book, I'm going to celebrate by buying another book. I don't know. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. But then setting yourself up for success by putting your book on your pillow when you make your bed, kind of thing. Right. So at the end of the night, your book's there. You made it easy for you to have it happen.
I think that I heard that on a YouTube video. I don't know if that was from Atomic Habits or whatnot. I've said this so many times that it's like, if you make your brain think less, your brain is happy. So just set up yourself for success by those.
My mom always said eating healthy. She's like, let's say you bring a tangerine, a clementine, whatever, to work. A cutie. You bring it to work, but you don't eat it. You're like, why don't I eat that? I bring it every day, but I never eat it. My mom said you have to go as far as peeling the 100%. Tangerine before you come, pulling it apart, putting it in a Ziploc. Yes. So it is so easy for you to eat then. Because she's like, yes, something as easy as peeling an orange, in theory, seems easy. But when it comes down to it, you're not going to do it if you're craving something. You're like, yes, no, I'm going to go grab the candy bar in the vending machine.
This is why I have a very strict policy. When we buy grapes, you take them off the vine.
You have to.
You have to. They will not get eaten. If you take them off the vine, thank you, Grandpa Joe, for teaching us that. You put them on. You will grab a handful of grapes 3 times a day.
I know.
Same. Okay. To whoever you are out there, I hope you've been able to take something from this. I really will be surprised if you can't, because there's been so much.
I don't want you to think it's just easy either.
No.
This has been 2 years in the progress.
And still going.
I've cried many, many a times. I have a video probably for you of every time I have failed. Please don't think I just take this lightly. And I'm like, lose weight, it's so easy. No, it was so hard, but it was so rewarding. and any habit, any routine you want to bring in. And if it is what you're feeling of an uphill battle as weight loss, please know you can do it. I really didn't think I could do it. I don't think my husband thought I could do it. I think a lot of people looked at me like I was crazy, but I knew I had to prove it to myself and prove it to them that I needed to. But that didn't just come without challenges. That came with so many. But
look at
also not too many challenges that I couldn't do it.
Right.
Like, you were so capable of doing this.
And now the way people view you ever say, oh, I'm going to do this, everyone's like, okay, sure. She will.
I appreciate that.
I'm saying. It's just awesome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for starting off this year.
You're welcome.
Know you will continue to do many great things, not just weight loss, but you are an inspiration in all that you do. All right. Whoever, like we said, whoever's out there, I hope this episode finds the people that need to hear it. Again, if you haven't listened to our episode before with Ginger, episode 7, Little Sister Big Dreams. And then, of course, please share this episode. I have to start saying that now. Aww. Send this to someone who you think might need it, who's made a goal for whatever it be. Ginger, you can follow her, reach out to her on Instagram or TikTok.
I would say Instagram's where I post daily. Mm-hmm. It's just Ginger R. Fajeda, which is FERREIRA.
We'll post it online. Yeah. So we can see it's very hard to spell. But yes, you're a great person.
Thank you.
To reach out to. All right, y'all. Go out there, get those goals, and we will see you next time. Bye.